Almost ready to begin the stream. Hello. That's one way to start. My goodness. Hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me and the tunes. I've got it all happening right now. Welcome to the stream. It is a Thursday? Does anyone else have the days mixed up this week? I'm like really off. It's a Thursday. Kitty, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. I've got crazy glare happening at the current moment, but it's fine. We'll deal with that. How's the music? Is the music too loud? Is it okay? We are playing different music today through Epidemic Sound with the hope that I can put these replays on YouTube. That is the goal. Kayla, hey, nice to see you. Elowick, hello. What a cute little emote. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Music's a little loud? Yeah, it might be. It might be a little loud. 828 Sally, hello. Welcome to the stream. Let me kick it down a little bit. Because it's even a little loud on my end too. So we'll get it situated. But I am playing through Epidemic Sound with the hope that I can put stream replays on YouTube. So we'll see. That's the goal. Because I think people are either into Twitch and they like watching it on Twitch, or they don't have Twitch at all and they would prefer to watch it on like replays on YouTube, which is totally fine. So I want to try to make that happen. And it's like so much easier to put Twitch streams on YouTube than it used to be. So I'm excited about that. Heart, hey, how's it going? Woohoo, I made it. Welcome. Glad you could make it. Welcome to the stream. Leah, hello. Yay, I get to watch live. Yes, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Do I have a couple of other announcements? Let me check my planner journal here because I've already forgotten all the things that I need to announce. Not that I have many. Let me know on the music, guys, because I have adjusted it, so let me know. Emotes. Emotes have been approved. So, those of you who are subscribed or want to subscribe, we now have emotes. Lots of different ones. We have the classic Lurchy. We have the banana, baby ghost, pink skull, the bunny, and a moon. And I think there's a higher... The moon and the eyeball heart might be a higher tier emote. I'm not sure. But either way, we've got all the emotes approved and ready to go. This still sounds loud to me. I'm going to turn this down a little bit more. I also am playing like hype music at this current moment, which might be a little intense. But that's okay. Yeah, some people are scared of Twitch because the lingo, I think. Yeah, I get that. I mean, like, I just got back to streaming on Twitch and it still kind of scares me. So I understand. I get the fear. It's definitely... The Twitch culture is strong. I'll put it that way. It's very different than other social media platforms. That is for sure. So yeah, we got the new emotes. I got all of those uploaded over the weekend, and they've finally been approved. So there's all the really fun emotes for you guys. If you subscribe, there you go. Like most of you probably already know, if you have Amazon Prime, you can connect your Amazon account and get a free sub. That's totally up to you. And yeah, so I'm excited that the emotes are like ready to go. What else? There was something else I was gonna say. Over on Patreon, we are starting a comic book club, which is kind of cool. So anyone on the all access tier over on my Patreon, we're starting a monthly or quarterly, we're not sure, comic book club where we're gonna have a comic of the month or the quarter, and we're gonna read it, and then I'm gonna create a video and show you how I use it as inspiration in my creative work. And it's just exciting to get back to reading comics again, which I'm very excited about. But that's the updates. Let's get into the good stuff of making some art now. As I have said over and over again, the emotes are so cute. Yeah, thank you. Oh, lovely. Hi, by the way. I don't know if I actually said hi to you. Hi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, the emotes are cute, right? I am iffy about the bunny because it might be the shape of it like is not square enough to really like max out the emote space. So that might be one we could replace at some point. Same with the sub badges. I updated all the sub badges. I need to come up with something for the channel points. There's lots of things that need to be updated, which eventually I'll get to, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm just trying to pull artwork that I already have or that's like in my sketchbook and just turning it into emotes. But I think the bunny is one we could definitely replace, and maybe with something new from maybe my April Art Challenge. I have some stuff that could translate well to emotes. We'll see. When I get that stuff scanned and edited and stuff, I'll probably put like a poll in Discord, or you guys can tell me in the Discord what you want as emotes or sub badges. Help me decide these things. But anyways, as I've talked about for the last couple of streams, I really want to work on the tarot card project on stream. That's something that I really want to pair with Twitch as like, this is the project that I work on when I'm here. So we're getting into it. We are starting. Here we go. And it's interesting because normally I work on several cards at one time, and I'm kind of in an in-between place of like, I have finished a bunch of cards, and now I have, sorry, this music is still like loud for me here. I'm having to like reconfigure all of my things here. So normally I work on a bunch of cards at one time, and I just so happen to be in a place where like I just finished a bunch a couple of weeks ago. Like I literally finished like 3 at one time. So I'm kind of like from scratch in a sense, that I don't have any cards really in progress at all. I have like a couple of thumbnail sketches, but that is it. So you're gonna really see start to finish on these cards here on stream. So that will be really fun. I have my tarot deck sketchbook. At some point I will put like a panel or something on the channel, or like a command of some sort, I don't know, just explaining the tarot card project, because I feel like I'm going to get a lot of the same questions, like how many cards do you have done? What card are you on? Like, when can I buy this? Like, I get a lot of the same questions regarding this. So, at some point I'll put all the information like on my panel or something. But anyways, the 2 cards that I am starting to work on, and I think that we're primarily going to work on today, is the Tower. I also have the Wheel of Fortune bookmarked as well, and I'll kind of just show you where I'm at on all these things and what we're going to be doing, but you're going to get to see it like from scratch. So here we go. So I've pulled out, I always like to pull out my Rider-Waite cards just to like have it off to the side as like a little inspo, pull that card energy, yo. So that's what's off to the side here is that. So yeah, this is my tarot project sketchbook. It's a sketchbook that is just dedicated to the tarot card project. I started this when I was already a couple of cards deep, so there's some cards that are not reflected in this sketchbook at all, but it is where I take my notes. It's where I do all my preliminary sketches. You might have seen some of this somewhere, like, I don't know. But you can see it's where I do a lot of my sketches. I take notes. I practice color combinations of things. So all of my tarot stuff lives in this. Early on when I started the project, a lot of the stuff lived in random sketchbooks, and like it kind of bothered me because I do reference stuff a lot. Like I reference my own drawings and stuff, so it's just like really easy. Nitty, hey, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, that just gives you like a little snippet of kind of like what the function of this is. So Wheel of Fortune, I don't really have a whole lot other than, and what's funny is that I have started the Wheel of Fortune card in the past previously, and I wasn't crazy about it. So I'm starting over with this particular card, and I just have like a really rough thumbnail. And it's hard because the Wheel of Fortune has a lot of stuff going on in it. Like, so there's so much stuff. Batgirls94, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. There's a lot going on in the Wheel of Fortune card, like an absurd amount of imagery traditionally shown. So I'm kind of trying to figure out how to simplify it, but also like make it my own. And I think that's the big thing with this project, is like making it my own, you know? I love the teeth paper in your Wheel of Fortune paper stack. I know, someone sent this to me. Someone sent me a whole, like a chunk of this pad, and I love it. I use the teeth paper a lot. But I don't know, it's hard to tell in this little thumbnail, but I'm thinking of doing I know the toothpaper is awesome. It's like I use it so much. I'm gonna be so sad when I run out of that. When I run out of it, I'm gonna be really sad. But I'm gonna enjoy it while I have it. My initial thumbnail was doing like a bunch of tiny branches, like creating the wheel out of branches. And then the space in between the branches, I would do maybe like webbing. My original Wheel of Fortune had like a spider web vibe to it, but it just got too busy. I mean, who am I kidding? All my stuff is busy, but it didn't feel right. So I'm thinking about doing like the structure of the wheel with like individual little branches that I'm illustrating and then cutting out and then assembling. And then the space in between would just have maybe like thread or like implied webbing with things kind of caught and wrapped in it. That's where I pulled the teeth because I thought the teeth could be fun individually cut out and sort of like wrapped in the in-between webbing area. And then there's a lot of creatures represented in the Wheel of Fortune. So I was thinking about just kind of encapsulating the 4 winged ones that are usually like in the corner or around the edges, kind of representing the main zodiac. I'm thinking about doing little bats in the corners. So it'll be like this branchy wheel with bats. I have a ways to go on that. Still kind of brainstorming, but this was the initial kind of thumbnail that I had working on that, and just some preliminary things that I have pulled to kind of start to build the card background and things. But I might need to do some of the sketching first before I create the background, just to get a sense of like how busy is this really going to be. Like something like this might be more appropriate, just because it's going to give me that like better contrast background. I don't know. Ingrid, hey! I'd so much rather be doing art with you, but I'll settle for watching while I do my day job. Aw, sorry. Well, at least maybe it'll help the time go by faster at the day job, maybe. At least you can have me on in the background while that's going on. That's good. Let's talk about the tower, though. I think the tower is what I primarily want to work on because I have several moves to make in this, and I'm ready to start sketching, so that will be interesting. Sacred Wild Soul, hello. I don't know if I said hi to you. I keep forgetting if I've said hi to people. Hello. I love the spiderweb idea. This sounds great. Yeah, I wish I had saved a chunk from the original. I did like a full spiderweb illustration for the original one, and it was really crazy. So maybe spiderweb's the wrong terminology. Maybe I need to say like thread, like branches, a branch wheel connected by thread, and then there's things in the thread, maybe like dream catcher looking, but also like a wheel made out of sticks. I don't know. I need to percolate on it a little bit more, but I at least have one like started, and this is what I mean by I like working on multiple things at one time. So it's like I have one like kind of stewing, and then I have one that I can really actively be building, which I think the tower, if I can get like a sketch done and the background built, we would be in really good shape. That is my goal for the stream for today. We'll see. Shy Wonders, hello Roxanne. How much fun, my first time live here. Hi, welcome to the stream. Glad you could come hang out. Welcome. Make some art, grab some water, some coffee, some tea, and create alongside with me here as we embark on the bybuntarot deck project here on Twitch. It reminds me of Shel Silverstein. Yeah, for sure. Something along those lines. We'll see. Oh, okay, so let's talk about the tower. Yeah, okay, so this is not the tower illustration. This is actually something for the April Art Challenge that I did for Magic, which I think I actually showed on last stream. I showed the sketch on the last stream, but I have since finished it. But I was so pleased with the way it looked, because the thing with the tower, it's like, it's pretty straightforward imagery. You know, it's usually like a castle-y looking tower, stone bricks, that kind of vibe. But I thought it might be fun to do kind of a house instead, and specifically doing a house and breaking the house in half and having like guts in it, like the banana guts, if that makes any sense. This song is really intense. Let's not do this. Caroline, hi. Just popping in for a few minutes before heading into bed, loving this. Oh, well, thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Maybe I'll put you to sleep, but probably not. I'm very chatty today. Dreamcatcher sounds awesome. Yeah, I feel like that encapsulates more what I'm trying to achieve there, I think, versus web. I don't know. Working my Hobonichi daily pages, nice. Oh my god, I'm really behind on my planner journal. I need to do the same, holy moly. This feels special to be part of this mega project that's so close to your heart. Yeah, it's really, this is a very special project for me. And, you know, I've talked about it for I've literally been working on this for years. And I've talked about it so much, like, how on earth am I going to document this? And it's just like streaming it on Twitch is like the perfect thing, because I feel like I'm able to share the progress and like slowly build it and really have allocated time for it. Because I think that's the thing, is that I really have to have specific time allocated to this project because it's just so big, and I think this is the best way to share it and also chip away at it. I love that design so much. Houses with legs are my jam. Hi, Raven. I know, isn't it kind of fun? So I also just really enjoyed illustrating it. There's a lot of detail on it. So I was like, what if I did this house and have it cracking open, much like the tower? So if you look over here, this was kind of my initial sketch of doing, at first I thought if I did a traditional sort of castle tower, I have it cracking in half and then I have big guts in the middle of it, much like the banana. And then there's a ton of symbolism with all these cards, guys, but the tower, there's a few smaller things that you might not notice is like there's 22 little flames, little fires that are typically represented in the tower. So all of these, there's 22 of these representing the zodiac and the tree of life. So I thought it might be interesting if I had kind of the guts in the tower, and then instead of fire, it's like blood drops coming out. So I would do 22 little blood drops. I do feel like it needs the lightning bolt even just to counterbalance the top of the tower tipping or the house tipping. We definitely needed to have some kind of rocks on the bottom. The background needs to be pretty simple because I have kind of so much going centralized in the illustration. Like the illustration is going to be pretty busy, especially if I'm rendering it in this way. So simple background. I do think it needs the lightning bolts even just for a pop of color. We've got the guts in the middle and then all the little blood drops, boulders on the bottom. So I'm really walking you through like how these cards come to life here. It's kind of crazy. I love that design so much. Oh yeah, I already read that. Okay. I love this idea with the guts. The tower card is my favorite card of the tarot. Yeah, it's a pretty powerful card. And I think that's why I really want to do it justice. And I want to do it like very my style as much as possible. Like I really want to make it my own because it is such like a powerful symbol. So so what I want to work on first is getting this sketched. Let's get the illustration portion sketched because as you know, this all gets like piecemealed together. So I pulled the contour sketch of that house that I created for the April Art Challenge, and I'm going to use this as kind of my starting place to begin to sketch the illustration. So I'm kind of pulling from this. What is with this intense music? Let's put on my chill vibes. Hold on. At first I was like, let's play hyped up music, but now I'm like, let's put on something mellow. Okay. It's definitely a Baba Yaga for sure. It's inspired by that, absolutely. The April Art Challenge illustration for sure. Yeah, it has to have the lightning bolt. Yeah, I think so too. At first I was like, meh, because I actually hate drawing and rendering lightning bolts, but I might do that with collage elements. I'm not sure. So you can also see too, I've pulled collage for the background already. Is the house going to be split horizontally or vertically? I'm going to do a vertical. So I think what I'm going to do is build it out taller, and then literally have it like cracked like the tower. I don't know. We got to sketch and play. We got to sketch it out and see. We'll see. It might look weird with this dimension because how I have the house kind of like this. I don't know. It might look weird. like I might have to make it, I don't know. I just have to start sketching and seeing where it goes. I'm not sure. That sounds cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, but this is definitely Baba Yaga inspired for sure for that April Art Challenge thing. But I just want to show you kind of where that's all coming from. So as far as the background goes, I have already pulled some imagery for this. Because I think if I'm doing like a brown house, I think, you know, and all the details in it, you know, I'm thinking more like this could be kind of an interesting sort of background here. And again, this all gets really like cut down. I could use this blue, this like crinkly blue as part water, part boulder. Could be kind of interesting. I think having like actual red little blood drops versus illustrated blood drops could be interesting just as like a little contrast. I even thought the lightning bolt could be actually with ephemera pieces. And then this was just smaller sort of title background here. Title background things here. House cracked open, guts. I did pull this too if I wanted to do like roots or something at the bottom of the house, or make my own sort of rock background. I'm not entirely sure. But that is the ephemera pulled for this. But I gotta get the sketch done first so that I can get a sense of the proportions for things, and then I will create the background. Sometimes I create the background first, but in this situation, I think I really need to create the house first. So we have our first pull here for the tower, so I'll put that off to the side for right now. And we are gonna start playing around with some of this sketch here. And let's just see. Let's see where we can go with it. The house cracking makes me think of the animated movie Monster House. Oh, I love Monster House, where the house is possessed by the owner's deceased wife and comes to life. Yes, I love that movie. It's so cute. Okay. Now that I've talked for 30 minutes, let's start sketching. What are you guys working on? I want to know. I'm actually just going to draw right on top of this and see how much of this I can save. Oh, ghost washi tape. Sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. I also need to wear my blue light glasses. After the last stream, I didn't wear my glasses and I was kind of regretting it because I kind of had a headache afterwards. Kind of intense. Okay. Let's see. April Art Challenge. Nice. Are you caught up, Heart? Or where are you? Taking a break from studying. Do some wire wrap jewelry. Ooh, Kitty, that sounds fun. I'm working my day job right now. I get to run into my jewelry studio tonight. Ooh, nice. There's something to look forward to. Behind on the April Art Challenge, so catching up. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. I think I might need to actually start with it tilted a little bit. Let's just see. Let's just see. This is a great way to repurpose my own artwork. I don't know if this particular angle of the house is going to work, but we are going to try. I also think if I just because like I think it does need a backside. Tracing paper is your best friend. Okay, so that is like that. I'm actually ahead. Oh, awesome. I didn't get to do it last year, so I'm determined to finish this year. Nice. Oh, that's great. Good for you. Heck yeah. I have to be careful going too big, too. That's always one of my problems with this project. I tend to go really big with things. Let's also capture my borders so I restrict myself. I have just one more thing to illustrate for the 8-board challenge, and I'm actually done, if you can believe it. Okay, so let's say we have... Actually, I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. Right? Because I need... You're seeing the really... my messiness here. I could add a tower part over here, maybe, if I really want to go buck wild. Lightning bolts. I thought you needed to go big so you could scale it down properly. This is big. This is big. I mean, like, that's a tarot card size. So it's big. It's big in quotations. I just mean I have a tendency sometimes to go even bigger with my illustrations beyond this, because I have to keep in mind, like, I have to leave a little bit of an edge here in the case that I need to, like, digitally zoom into my template, if that makes any sense. So I am kind of always trying to be a little bit aware of where I'm putting things. I just have a tendency to go too big to where I'm too close to an edge, or it just gets too crazy. Okay, let's get the lower part of this. Let's also figure out our boulder space, which I don't think it needs to be that much. Maybe like this. I love this eraser so much, by the way. It smells like strawberries. I had eye surgery 2 weeks ago, so I'm behind. Oh no! Kayla, are you okay? Or Kyla, I should say. I'm sorry. Is it Kayla? Kyla? Please let me know. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing that accurately. I think it's Kayla. Pretty sure. I'm so sorry to hear about that. Oh my god. How scary. I hope you're okay. Okay, boulder space in. Maybe... do like 3 tiers sort of on this. I feel like a house really represents this card well too, because it's like, it's so personal, you know? Like the tower itself. Like, it's a very personal card. I had a detached retina. I'm healing well, though. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm glad you're healing well, though. That's so intense. Eye stuff freaks me out. Going to the eye doctor is always so stressful, even just for a checkup. Same. You guys know my eye phobias. Oh, Lord. The eye puff. Valerie, hey, welcome. Yes, Tarot stream. This is so great. It has been a day at work, so I'm relieved to have the stream on for the peaceful vibes. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. Kayla. Okay, that's what I thought. Because with the A, it's Kayla, but you just want to make sure. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Okay. I think I need to go up another layer here. So we're just going to duplicate this one. Maybe this is where it breaks off. Oh, it's going to be a lot of guts coming out of this house. Needs to go like this. The other thing too I'm trying to keep in mind is that this is all going to be one piece. So like the illustration will be done on one piece of paper that I will cut out and adhere to my background. Pretty big, I feel like. I know this looks like a hot mess, but once I get it cleared up, I will do like a better outline sketch of it. This window is wigging me out too. I think it needs a more like bay kind of window. Of guts. Good thing you like drawing guts. I know. I feel like there's going to be a lot of guts in this thing. Right? Like, I have quite a bit of space here. I'm not going to worry too much about the lightning bolts now because that's something I can kind of deal with after the fact. But I'm at least getting their proportions noted here. Now I'm like, does it need guts? I don't know. Like, it's busy. It's busy. Yeah, I agree. It would give it color. Maybe it's just I have to get the gut proportion right. Like this is looking like, I think I need to do it smaller, maybe? I think the guts have to be pretty small, I think. Do the guts in a different color here so I can visually see what I'm doing. Yeah, right? Yeah, you're right. You're right. The guts do help to make things kind of pop on what I have picked out. I think it's just I have to get the scale right. I think unlike the banana, I kind of have to not just have one giant thing. It might need to be like 2 batches of guts, or just like really windy guts maybe. Yeah, I think it just needs some really windy guts. Yeah, I think it was a scale issue, honestly. Let's see. Where's this gut going? Only here do you hear things like, too many guts, big guts. Need to change the proportion of this guts. Yeah, windy guts, exactly. Windy guts. But yeah, I think like smaller, tighter wrapped guts works better, I think. And Nelly, I like that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I think the color will definitely make it or break it, yeah. Yeah, I agree. The banana guts work so well due to the contrast in the color. Yeah, I think so too. But I think like if I'm doing a really like brown house, now I don't have to do a brown house. Like I could do like a more gray toned house with pink guts. Like this is pretty brown. I could do a more like gray, even just grayscale house, and then guts in the middle. Because either way, if I do this on white, well, see, then at that point, that's all questions. I have to have my background built. So it's like I got to get the sketch done. We'll get the sketch done. We're close. And then we could build the background. And then I think we'll be able to make some more color decisions on things. I also need to create a clean version of this because this sketch is a hot mess. Great windy guts. Yeah, the smaller guts are better for sure. Grayscale color guts. Yeah, maybe that might be the direction that we are headed in. I think maybe I'm just gonna really wind these guts around here. I need like a guts word counter or something. The good thing about guts, though, I will say this. Maybe I should be saying intestines. I don't know. That sounds really worse, though. Because then I can have like little pieces of it kind of bulging out. And it doesn't need to be like an actual, like it doesn't need to actually make sense. Okay. I think we are, wow, look at the graphite on my hand. Oh my god. I think we are, Supercut of Roxanne saying guts. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, guts is better than intestines. I think so too. Intestines sounds like really more intense, I guess. Okay, let's get a clean version of this going. Where's my kneaded eraser? I moved stuff around before I started streaming. Okay. Yeah, someone work on that supercut of me saying guts 1,000 times. Not an abnormal thing for me to say a lot, honestly, when I'm sitting here sketching something. Okay, let's lighten this puppy up. And we'll get a better outline going. Intestines sound too clinical. We aren't clinical. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Mess here. It's kind of cute. I feel like it looks more like a haunted house, which is definitely more like my vibes, I think. Off to sleep now, but thanks for the bedtime story. Night night. Bye, Carolyn. Hope you're not dreaming about guts now, which may or may not happen. Sorry about it, but thank you for tuning in. Glad you could stop by and say hi. Sleep well. Okay, let's clean this bad boy up. You will soon learn with this tarot project is that I have a lot of versions of sketches. Like this is probably V1 of like 5 that this will go through as I tweak things and add to it and all that good stuff. In this situation, I'm reusing artwork. I mean, usually I'm creating this stuff from scratch. But when I saw it, it was like I opened up my tarot sketchbook and I had this sketchbook with this illustration on it, and I was like, oh, that's it. That's it. That's what I've been looking for. Speaking of dreaming, I read a book with zombies right before bed the other night. Yep, dreamt about zombies. Should have known better. You know what? That happened to me a lot when I was I went through a binge of The Walking Dead a couple years ago, and it was like I could not kick the zombie dreams just because I was watching so much of it. I ended up tapping out at some point. I got pretty far in that show, but after a while it's kind of like the same old thing over and over again. I don't know. I think it's old. I'm trying to have some messy lines with this, by the way, just so it looks more like an authentic, like, spooky house. I think this needs to be like a... I don't know why these big windows look weird on it. I hate zombies, they're so freaking creepy. I know. This gut sketch is really messy. Hey. We got some guts. We got some guts. I find myself a bit weird about the creepy stuff. I can read it without a problem, but can't watch it. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I can read most scary stuff, can't watch it at all. Sticks with me for too long. Visual stuff sticks with me, but I can, I don't know, tone it down when I read it. Yeah, probably because you're in charge of the visuals, right? I don't know. Like you're the one creating the pictures in your mind, so maybe it's just like you can't, like you're not developing super crazy things in your head versus something that's like made for you on screen, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, just finished watching The Irregulars. I so relate to the scary dreams. What's that? What show is that? Is that a show or a movie? I don't know what that is. I'm intrigued. Mickey Crown, hi, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that little dino emote icon thing is so cute. Amazing to catch you on Twitch. Hi, welcome. Glad you could catch me here. I just started streaming again, so I'm newly back on Twitch here. Oh, it's on Netflix? Is it a show? Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. I need something to watch because I'm out of things to watch. Although that's kind of what got me streaming again, because I was like, I'm out of things to binge watch while I'm making art, so maybe I'll just start streaming so I have someone to talk to. Scary, your type of series? Oh, interesting. Hold on, I'm writing this down. I want to see what this show is. Thanks for the suggestion. I saw you post on Twitter a few days ago, but I missed it. Oh, well, I'm glad you could catch me this time. You know, it's funny, I forgot I even had that all hooked up to Twitter, that it like automatically posts when I go live. I like completely forgot that I had all that set up. Caro, hey! Hello everyone, hi Roxanne, happy to catch you again. Right in time for art, making time for me. This is great streaming time. Awesome! Glad you could make it, welcome. Yeah, this seems to be the best block for me too, because James isn't on the internet. Not that, I think our internet could actually handle it, but he's not on the internet during this. There's like a 2-hour block in the middle of the day where he's not like streaming, so it's very manageable. And this is when I'm making art, so this is most likely going to be the stream time. Unless I'm feeling feisty and I want to stream at night, but that's usually not the case. I'm too tired. I don't even have to watch a scary zombie thing. I watched an episode of The Simpsons that had zombies that were slow and yellow and stupid. I had a dream about highly intelligent, super realistic, and fast-moving zombies. Isn't that funny how your mind can just completely twist something in a different direction? It's crazy. Interesting. Ella, interesting. That sounds like something that I would watch. I'll have to check it out. Notice the earlier start today. Yeah, I think I started like right at 12:30, which is right when he's off the internet. So I just went for it, and I was ready to go. I had everything ready. Ah! Oh my gosh. Valerie, thank you so much for that Prime sub. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that snakehead emote thing. Is that the new Poggers emote or whatever? I'm so behind on Switch. Oh my god. Oh, PogChamp. That's the new PogChamp. Aw. Valerie, thank you so much for giving me your Prime sub. I appreciate that. Thank you. The sub alert sound, I love it. Yeah, all of my alerts are like spooky. I have forgotten some of them. There's some on here that I have completely forgotten about, but that's a fun one. At some point I should probably update all this stuff, but making alerts is so time consuming. Oh no, I think I hear my gardeners outside. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear that? Oh no. Let me know if you guys can hear that. Maybe you can't. Oh jeez. Hey Red, how are you? Okay, good. You guys can't hear it. Okay. We're in the clear. Only I can hear it. That's good. Hi from cold Wilmington, North Carolina today. Hello. You know, it's a little chilly here too. Probably not as cold as where you are, but we actually had a little bit of rain here. But I think the sun's out now. It appears to be out. Not that I've gone outside all that much. Only if they're playing jazz. Definitely not. Definitely not. I'm glad you guys can't hear it. That might be as loud as it gets, so hopefully we'll be okay. Hey Scott, how are you? Hey Bun, how are you? Baby pugs, family doing? I've been back on Twitch since you and Jake went silent. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Hi. Yeah, I stopped doing Twitch when I got pregnant. Because your girl was not gonna live stream pregnant. There's no way, Jose. Doing good. Doing good. How have you been? It's good to see you. I need to get back on Bloodbath's Patreon so I can start doing movie nights again. I have like a room now, like I have like an art studio where I could properly join in on movie night and not cause a commotion in my house. Oh, you got snow here in PA? Oh, jeez. Oh my god. I hate snow. Me and snow are not cool. West Virginia. Wow, you guys are all over. That's so not cool. You should talk to the manager. Oh my god, that's crazy. Pretty chilly in DC as well. What's going on? Wow. Crazy. I have some weird tangents going on with these guts here I'm gonna have to deal with at some point. Or I'll just let future Bun deal with it when I go to paint it. I don't know. Like, there should be a rounded part here, but that's like a weird tangent. I don't know. I'll deal with it. New house just moved in late January. Oh, congrats! How exciting! It'll be good to catch up on movie night. Should be coming up soon. Oh, okay. So maybe I should I'll re-up for May so that I can catch the May movie night. Because I miss it. It was really fun. Cold in DCVA, getting ready to head out to Windy soccer practice. Nice. It was good seeing you. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Can you guys hear it now? I'll definitely try to jump in on the next movie night because I really do miss it. Not hot but sunny over here in Belgium. Oh my god, Belgium, that's crazy. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys can hear it. Sorry, I keep asking. I'm just like gonna be paranoid about it. As long as you guys can't hear it, it's fine. Peace. Oh, thank you. One of my many Famous Monsters shirt. I almost got dressed up today. I was like, oh, I have like a really cute like velvet shirt I haven't worn. Like I could like try to look cute. And I was like, who am I kidding? This is not, no. My Twitch persona is never gonna be like looking all cute on stream. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Okay, so I really want these guts to overlap in certain spots because I can also just fake it by putting color in. Because again, this is all going to be one piece. One piece. I hear it if I really listen for it, but it's not a bother. Okay, good. Okay. You guys just tell me if you're like, whoa, leaf blower is a bit much. Not that I can really do anything about it. I can mute myself if you don't want to hear a leaf blower, but... that's about all I can do. I think this needs like another square window over here. Not that I'm a big fan of the square windows right now. Brings you so much energy. I know, isn't it funny how like the weather can change and influence your mood so easily? I totally get that. I might need to color in the just make note of what would be like solid black house color. On this. Ignore that that I'm putting brown in here. That has nothing to do with it. I'm just using this to color block this space. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think our gut proportions are good now that I'm looking at it. I forgot how helpful it is looking like on screen what I'm working on. It really helps tremendously. I don't think I could tell the difference between a leaf blower and my furnace running, so no biggie. Okay, cool. Cool. This needs a window. Does every side need a window? That is the other question. Oof, maybe not. Maybe I'll put a more random. Like a centered window on this one, maybe? Oh, Ella, I'm sorry to hear that. But it sounds like you really have like a good judge of like rest and recovery and all that for yourself, which I think is really important. Working hours as a teacher. Nice. What do you teach, Ella? For streaming, always so chill and cool to watch along. Bye, Raven. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. I might stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll either stream tomorrow or I'll be back on Monday. Next week's gonna be weird, which is why next week's weird because I'm getting my second shot. Yes. But also, because I'm preparing myself for side effects. So I don't know what streaming next week is going to be like. That said, I might stream tomorrow just to make up for lack of streams next week. We'll see. Which shot are you getting? This will be my second Moderna. The first one wasn't too bad. I actually felt worse like the first 4 hours after the first shot than I did like the next day. So yeah, I don't know. I felt worse that day that I got the first shot. Like, it was like the whole arm thing, and then I was just like really, really tired, like really fatigued. So we'll see how the second one goes. Coming out of lurking to give tips. My D&D team has a pharmacist, so they've been giving us good tips. Oh, give me the tips. Give me the tips. My mom had her second shot, and so far nothing bad aside from heavy lethargy. Yeah. Batgirls, did your mom get Moderna or Pfizer? Get my second one next week too. Fingers crossed it's not too bad. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But look, I will take side effects. I'll take it. Like, I just think getting vaccinated is so important. It's so important. I got the J&J the day before it was pulled. Oh my God. But at least you're done. One and done. That's nice. Okay, here's the tips. I'm ready. Hydrate. Things like Propel work better than Gatorade. More electrolytes, no sugar. Okay, noted. 2, move your arm early and frequently. Makes the soreness way less. I did do that the first one because I was really sore the first day, so like I was forcing myself to go like this a lot, and I think it helped because the next day I just had like centralized soreness, but it wasn't like my whole arm, and I felt fine. Peppermint tea for nausea. Okay, good to know. I'm getting my first dose of Moderna next week. So excited. Yay! Yay, yay. Pfizer here, bad headache and fatigue after the first. My second is May 5th. Awesome. In the UK, they haven't started giving out shots to anyone under 40 yet unless you're a key worker, so we're still waiting. Oh, okay, gotcha. In the UK, are they still... Do you get both? Because weren't they doing a thing too where they were just giving you the one and like really delaying the second one, I think, or something like that? 4, Tylenol helps with headaches. They want you to avoid Advil because it can reduce the immune response. Okay, that's good to know. I tend to take Tylenol anyways if I absolutely need it. That's good to know. Yes, move your arm immediately even if you look funny. Yes, okay. So I just need to like do like the swimmy arm like immediately. After J&J had a short fever and chills. Oh, but the overwhelming side effect was a headache, achy neck, and shoulders and fatigue. Yeah, okay. Yes, we get both in the UK, but they're 12 weeks apart. Oh, interesting. I heard you shouldn't take anything until you start feeling the side effects. Yeah, no, I wouldn't preemptively take something unless I absolutely needed it. I'm an art, math, and physics teacher. I had students aged 12 to 16. Whoa, how do you teach all those subjects? That's crazy. It varies each year? Oh my gosh, you can only work half time. Learned to take really care of myself 2 years ago. To take meds today, but if I rest and sleep enough and don't work too much, I won't really get sick. Oh, that must be, Ella, that must be such a hard balance to maintain all the time, right? And arting for myself doesn't count as working because I can do that for hours when I'm good. Well, that's good. Wow, that's so impressive that you teach all those subjects. That's crazy. Yep, I flip all night, so I want to make sure I could sleep on both arms. Yeah. Do I sleep? Well, I made sure to get it in my left because obviously I was like, my right hand must protect right arm and hand. So I was like, left, please. But I actually think I sleep. I'm a stomach sleeper, or I sleep on my right side. So that's fine. That's what I got for me. I made sure I had easy food and such. I have an autoimmune disorder, so I knew I would feel really out of it and not have the spoons to cut. Got it. Well, La Prima Nerda, thank you so much for coming out of lurk for those hot tips. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I think everyone in chat benefited from that. So thank you. Thank you. Good tip for the Tylenol. I usually take Motrin, so good to know. Yeah, for sure. Yes, we all appreciate it. Thank you. Awesome. Possum. Yeah, I get my second one on Tuesday, so... And then James gets his Monday night, which in hindsight, we probably should have spaced them out a little more. Just thinking of like taking care of Roman. But it's okay, we'll work it out. Okay, we almost have our main sketch here ready to rock. I kind of like the different windows all over the place. I feel like it gives it some character. Going for second back next week, so yes. It's so fantastic that you'll both be vaccinated though. Yeah, oh for sure. It's worth it. Like, it's so worth, if it takes us down for a couple of days or whatever it is, it's worth getting vaccinated. Absolutely. I'm so grateful that there's a vaccine. So grateful. I've never been more excited to get a shot in my entire life. It's also just crazy that, like, after the first dose, like a couple weeks after your first dose, it's like you're 80% immune. It's amazing. Science. Thank God. Thank God. Like, I physically went to a Target yesterday. Obviously, I wore a mask and took precautions and all that. But, like, it was the first time I physically have been in a Target in so long. It was so crazy to, like, walk around in a store and just feel, like, slightly less panicked, you know? It was really nice. Okay, I think we have our tower illustration ready to rock. Sweet. I definitely want to make sure. Zigra71, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I definitely need to maybe make the name plate for this on the earlier side so that I'm not doing double work. Like, I'm just thinking of, like, where the tower text will be. I might need to make that before I detail the house when we get to that point. I get mine Tuesday also, hoping it goes well because my youngest has a doctor appointment on Thursday. Oh boy. Heart, you and I are Tuesday vaccine pals. I love it. The joke at home is that we are allergic to shots and needles, but we've never been more excited for a shot. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I don't know about other vaccines, but with J&J, I felt awful for, like, the first 36 hours and then felt on top of the world. Yeah, that's how I felt after the first dose. It was mainly just the day of. I was kind of fine after that. Okay, let's outline. I'm going to outline this just so that I have a reference point. And then I'm going to erase. But we will at least have a sketch ready to transfer on our main substrate when we're ready for it. When we're ready for it. I might also make note of the nameplate before I do anything else. Dope. See, then imagine, like, all the little raindrops of blood all over the place and stuff. I'm actually really excited. Ooh, I'm excited. I love when I have good momentum on a card. It's like we're getting somewhere. Cody, hi! Oh my gosh, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you... Okay. I had no idea that Cody was on Twitch. And I had been following Cody on Twitter. His work is freaking so awesome. So crazy awesome. I actually think you guys, if you like my kooky stuff that I do, his work is, like, off the charts. Please go give him a follow here on Twitch. Again, I was watching his stream literally before I started streaming. And check out his work. It is so awesome, especially if you are a fan of The Last Drive-In or horror movies or any of that good stuff. Check him out. Awesome, awesome dude. Thank you. Yeah, this is, I'm working on my tarot card project at the current moment. Actually, Cody, I posted one of my tarot cards in your Discord. But this is the Tower. The Tower with a intestine twist, if you want to say. I'm on the list of risk patients over here in Belgium, so I will get my vaccine sooner than the other people of my age, but they didn't start with us yet. Oh, man. Well, I hope you get it soon, Ella. Yeah, Zig, I Moderna too. Team Moderna. For sure. How many have I done so far? Oof. I have a list. Actually, I can probably take it out if you want. Right now I'm working on the Major Arcana, so this is all that I have done, which is not a lot. But they're time-consuming little buggers, though. That's the problem. They're very time-consuming. J&J. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, one and done. That's nice though that you don't have to stress about it anymore. The glare on this is terrible. Here, I'll share just some of my favorites. Some of my recent favorites. Yeah, the J&J though, at least you're one and done. That's nice. You don't have to think about the second. That's what we were talking about. I'm dreading. Well, not dreading. I'm mentally preparing for the second shot there. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just showing some of my favorites. I've been thinking about reworking the death card. I might rework this. He just looks like he's doing something weird to that horse. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hey, Painty Hands, how are you? Good to see you. What, that's a lot though? You're making great progress. Yeah, I'm making progress. It's just taking forever. I mean, this is still probably one of my faves. One of my faves for sure. That's when I was doing suits. I'm focusing on the Major Arcana now. I'm just trying to get those done. So we'll see. Some newer ones. I don't know if I even posted this on Instagram. I added a pug to the Fool card because I feel like he needed a pug. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. But it's really his sister. This is one of the last ones that I did, was the Magician. And this is what inspired the little, the mini bunny stickers. So, oh, and Hangman, this was actually the last one. I used this really sticky watercolor on this, so I've been scared to keep it unwrapped, but yeah. So, it's a slow and steady progress. Oh yeah, the Hierophant. I just did this. This is what I mean. I just finished like 3. I did a whole bunch at once because I work on so many at one time. But yeah, we're getting there. Trying to get the Major done, and then I will slowly work my way through the Minor Arcana. It's just, they take forever. I'm slow. I work very slow. Couple commissioned. Yeah, you guys, check out Cody's work. It's really awesome. It's really, really awesome. I was so stoked to see that he streams on Twitch. I had no idea. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Cody. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yes, I do plan on getting it printed at some point. That's why I'm trying to get the Major Arcana done first, is I'm kind of trying to shift gears and get that done so that I can kind of do like a test print of just the Major Arcana cards. Because there's a lot of decks that is just comprised of the Major Arcana, and I think that'll be a good way for me to kind of test manufacturers and printers and all that good stuff, and just see from there. But yeah, all right. So we have our contour drawing done here. So what I'm gonna do now is start to work on that background. You guys are getting ugly matte today. Sorry about it. But you're getting ugly matte because I am gonna be using gel medium, so buckle up. Buckle up for sticky. Where is my gel? I got too many sketchbooks and things all over the place. All right, sorry, I'm missing a lot of chat. Love the Magician. Thank you so much, you guys, for all the kind words on the cards. I really appreciate it. I don't even do tarot, but I buy a deck. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping it'll be a fun like collector's thing. I'm hoping to release again, get a major Arcana set done, and then work my way through the rest of the deck. But this is going to be a long-term project. Very long. They're so fabulous, Roxanne. Something to be extremely proud of. Thank you so much. So excited to see this process. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, absolutely. I think, again, Twitch is really like the perfect platform for me to share this project and to keep the fire under my ass to get it done. I should have swapped my water out, but that's okay. We're just gonna do it anyways. We're gonna do it anyways. Let's go. Let's go. See, now I can like really see it in its scale, and we can start to plan out the underbelly, the underlayers of this bad boy. And we'll have to pick out the paper for this. I tend to do the illustrations on like vintage or found paper, like ledger paper, things that you're not supposed to be illustrating on, but I do it anyways. So it'll be interesting to see what we end up doing this on. Okay, let's work on this sitch here. I do think this could be interesting, kind of like boulder space. I think this could be cool. Let's just work our way through here. I'll definitely buy a deck too. Aw, thanks guys. Ella, did I miss a big chunk? Oh, I think I read it, Ella. Yeah, about your teaching and everything. It's all good. So happy I found your channel too. I'll definitely be stopping by again very soon. Enjoy the rest of your stream and day. Bye, Cody. Thank you so much for coming to hang out and saying hi. It's very cool. I'm fangirling over here a little bit. Thank you so much. Using tracing paper to plan your piece is such a great idea. Yeah, it's like critical, because it's just, there's just a lot of, I've always said with this project, there's a lot of planning, Okay, this is a detail thing, because we're going to do that for the blood drips, and we're going to use this for the lightning bolts. That can stay over there. I also have to fight the glare here. You did the first big one, but not the second one. The second one's even bigger than the first. Okay, hold on. Mandaberry, hey, welcome. Welcome. Ella, I don't want to miss your chat. Oh, wait, I read the first one. Where's the second one? It didn't start with you. Wait, Ella, I don't see it. I don't see your second one, because I read your big first one. I didn't see your second one. Weird. Maybe it didn't pop up. I don't know. Finally got enough yay. Oh my god, is that the lurchy emote with sunglasses? That's freaking hilarious. Oh my god, that's amazing. Gotta run, see you next time. Bye, Red. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. Yeah, Ella, repost it. I didn't see it. It might be, I'm wondering if it's restricting you because it's too many characters. That happens sometimes. Hey, that Foxy Witch, how are you? I'm so glad you're streaming today. I need a distraction. The second shot's kicking my butt today. Oh man, Foxy Witch, we were just talking about second shots. Literally. Yeah, Ella, cut it in half. I think you're trying to, it's not letting you post a giant chunk of text. That's what's happening. That's why I didn't see it on my side at all. Yeah, chunk it and break it up in half. Twitch chat and Stream Elements doesn't like it when it's stuff like that. Okay. Do I want this really dark? I mean, what's nice about this is that one giant piece fits here, and I can build off of that. I really love this as like a boulder, boulder. We might have to decide what I'm gonna illustrate this on. Which I didn't really want to make that decision right now, but I think I have to. In order to move forward. I don't know. Oh. Welcome to the chaos that is my my ephemera bin. Yeah, 3 weeks back, I took on some extra hours because a colleague was out and they didn't find anybody to replace him. So for 3 weeks, I worked double the hours I would normally do. Oof. Didn't do any sort of art for myself in those weeks because it was too much. After that, we had 2 weeks Easter holiday. The first week was also just resting. Second week was better. Oh, well, thank God the Easter break for you, like timing wise, kind of worked out, right? The stormy backdrop adds to it very well. Yeah, I think so too. That's why I'm like, I want to see what the paper is we're going to be illustrating. Do you like how I say we with all this stuff? I need to see what paper I'm putting this house on because I think that's going to influence the background and whatnot. I don't know if I want to do it on this kind of paper or if I just want to do white paper. I'm not sure. Thank you for drinking water. Roxana, it reminds me to take a sip every time I see you drink. I'm a terrible water drinker. You guys have to remind me as much as I do it. Everybody drink water. You need to be my my manual hydrate bot that no longer works anymore. Obscure girl, hey, how are you? Good to see you. And this week is the first week back after the holiday, but it's even less hours than normal because of craziness at school. I'm assuming COVID craziness at school, but if I get my energy level back to normal, I'm actually fine. I don't really have to think about my body. Just get to bed on time. That's why I said the stream might be a little earlier. Because I'm 9 hours ahead of you. Okay, got it. And yeah, the Easter holiday came right on time. That's also why I took the hours, because I knew it was only until then. Whew, yeah, that worked out so well schedule-wise. Because I mean, like, if you didn't have that break, rolling into from like double time to like just rolling back into work again, like that's so intense. That's crazy. Still, you're still like, you have to be like aware of your work, life, rest, health balance like all the time. I would imagine that is probably stressful from time to time. And teaching, my God, the energy required to teach, crazy town. And I'm having the best principal in the world. Oh yeah, that probably helps. A good administration backing you up for sure always helps. Trying to figure out what this house is going to be illustrated on. This actually could be kind of interesting because there's like, it has the blue lines and stuff on it. Could be kind of cool. And teaching like 3 subjects. Yeah, seriously. No big deal. Just, you know, just art and math and all the things. It's fine. I'm drilling all over your collage scraps punt. Yeah, I've got a lot. My bin is kind of crazy. It's organized. It's an organized chaos, but it's chaotic. At least it's all in one bin. That is all of my collage stuff in that one bin. Can't wait for the next stream. Have a good day. Bye, Batgirls. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time. I might stream tomorrow. Otherwise, Monday is the plan. The tentative plan. That's the crazy part. I do have that energy when I'm well rested, but thinking about it is a normal thing for me. I'm diagnosed with it more than 10 years ago already. Oh, okay. So that's just your MO, Ella. You have to just be thinking about it all the time. Exactly. I'm so on teachers, especially how they've really stepped up and so much during these hard times. I know, it's crazy. Thank God for teachers. I actually might. Now I'm like, do I transfer this before we commit to this background here? I do think these two pieces are it, though. We could probably get this black piece down, I think. Okay, let's glue this down, transfer this, and we'll go from there. Or do I want this? Hold on. See, this is why I think I need the house cut out. It's just such a big piece. Okay. Glue this down, transfer this. We'll go from there. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. And I'll come back to this branch piece in a second. I'm also gonna make my life easier and use my little template thing to cut this out. Where's my thing? I might also go that way with it. Okay. Here we go. I see a face in the stormy piece. Oh God, there is a face. When I turned it around, that just gave me the chills. Ugh. Yeah, because this way it's like, well, no, I guess there's kind of a face this way too, huh? That's not creepy at all. I mean, I see it both ways, because this has like a neck and like upper shoulder region. Eye, nose, mouth. Teachers and parents and healthcare workers need a paid vacation after all this? Seriously. Seriously. What a time. What a crazy, crazy time. It's been a 3,000 day year. I know, seriously. It's been long. It's been long. It's funny too. I have people always telling me, you know, because I have a kid, they're like, doesn't time go by so fast? And I'm like, no, it ain't. It's not going by fast at all. You're crazy. You're crazy. Whoa, I know the face is kind of scary, right? It actually like legit kind of creeped me out a little bit. It's okay. It's gonna get covered by this haunted house cracked in half with guts. It's fine. Bam. Feels like a time warp. Yeah, it does, right? Definitely, time has been really strange. Hey, Red, thanks for the bits. Thank you so much. Oh, graveyard bits, how cute. Thank you. I could have done a better cut job on this if I'm honest, but it's fine. It's gonna get all jacked up with the gel medium anyways. Oh, look at what's on the back. It's like a refrigerator. Interesting. Okay, here's my trash. I need my trash. Has Ron been able to interact with other kids, or is that something he's gonna have to learn how to do again? No, he's in school. We have him in school. He just started. 2 months ago? 2 months ago he started. It was a shock to his system, but a much needed thing because he's had to learn how to socialize. It's really bizarre. Okay, here we go. Where's my glue brush? How Housing that pig. Well, he's in, it's daycare. We call it school, but he's at daycare. But it's good. It's been so good for him, and he loves it. He loves it. He's a kid that requires a lot of activity. He's very, very busy. Like, even when I pick him up, we go and play for like another 2 hours. Like, it's a very, it's exhausting. He likes a lot of activity. A lot of activity. But yeah, it is kind of crazy that he's already so big. For sure. He's like becoming, you know, a kid. It's pretty wild. Sorry, I gotta get this up in here. Hold on. Sorry if I'm off camera a little bit. Oh, geez. I really went off. Maybe I'll just use this as my template. Ah. Why is this so off? How did I screw this up so badly? Because I need to pull it down. Okay. I need to hold it in place a little bit better. What do you give him that he still has energy after daycare? I mean, I don't. I mean, I literally like pick him up and he's like, let's go. Like, he has so much energy. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's just really active. He's always been like that. I mean, even like when I was pregnant, he just would kick the crap out of me because he's so active. Yeah, he's grown so fast. Yeah, for sure. It's crazy. Do you use gel medium for all your collaging? Yeah, for most of it. Yeah. He's so cute. I absolutely love watching the Patreon videos. Oh, thanks, Heart. Yeah. I mean, obviously I'm partial. I think he's super cute, but he loves the camera too. He knows when I'm like filming. It's very cute. I just stopped. Hold on. Okay. My chair makes a lot of noise. I need to like WD-40 my chair or something. He's a smart kid too. Yeah, he's very smart. He's very smart. Yeah, he's a handful. In a good way. In a good way, he's a handful. By the way, I love your playlist. Are you still making them on Spotify? I do make playlists on Spotify, but you know what? This is actually Epidemic Sound, which is the music that I use for my YouTube videos. It's a paid subscription for licensing because I can play this and it's copyright safe or whatever here on Twitch, and I'll be able to put the replays on YouTube and I won't have to worry about copyright strikes, because that is a concern. I haven't made playlists on Spotify in a while. I have one actually that I'm working on. But no, what you're listening to now is Epidemic Sound. Okay, we gotta squish this ASAP and get it squished. Something else you're going to learn with this project is that I use a giant art book to keep the things sandwiched. This is how I keep everything organized. And I have my big sketchbook, and then I use this over the garden wall book as my means of squishing things. So I literally have like the tarot card substrates, and then I have work in progress tabs so that I can just find it. And I can easily, it also is really great for flattening. So I just stick it in there and flatten it. noticed I started following you on YouTube right before you moved your vlogs to Patreon, so now I'm on Patreon. I'm filling in the gaps by watching the old... Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I was doing more personal vlogs on YouTube, but YouTube can just be so freaking toxic, and I've converted the vlogs on YouTube to be just studio vlogs. I didn't feel comfortable putting so much of my personal life on YouTube, but I feel safe doing it on Patreon. So, yeah. Just constantly finding that content balance, you know? Okay. Clean your brushes, kids. Clean your brushes. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how these replays go on Twitch, or go on YouTube, if people will actually watch them. I mean, I put a poll up over there and people said that they were going to. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm letting that big piece dry. And now I can evaluate getting this transferred. And then I can start illustrating this piece as well. Nice, I use a big thick bird book to flatten my work, yeah. It's funny though, that's why, and I have another book, it's my Wes Anderson book, is what I use, I don't know where it is, it's somewhere, what I use to flatten zines that are in progress. I use a big bag of rice? Oh, how funny. Hey, that works. Totally understand that you did that. Yeah, I mean, it was hard because it's like, I love doing the personal vlogs, but I'm not, and I thought that I had filtered it enough for YouTube, but just some of the comments I was getting, I just was like, it just was hitting. And normally I'm pretty tough about it. It's like I've been on the internet long enough to have a relatively thick skin, but I think when it came to like people making comments about motherhood and my kid, I was like, nope, 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 nope. YouTube, you're not worthy of personal vlogs, but you'll get studio vlogs, which is what I do over there, so that's fine. Okay, let's get this bad boy transferred. Can I reuse this? I've kind of already used it quite a bit. I might need to use. I don't understand people being so toxic, because this one is all about spreading in love and appreciation. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's like I would like to think my content is pretty positive. Like I try to, and I'm also like, it's such a fine line of like being positive, but also like being real. Like I always try to be as real as I can about life and being an artist and balancing it all. And sometimes you have bad days. It's like when people are leaving mean ass comments because you're having a bad day and you chose to be real on YouTube, and it's like the main thing that bugs me is like, don't watch it. If you don't like what I'm putting in a video, then don't fucking watch it. You know? It's like, it's just dumb. It's dumb. It's fine. I have since filtered my YouTube content, and I think it's better. Do I want this on this? Yeah. Right? Okay. Yeah. I just need to commit. I just need to commit to something here. Yes, that exactly. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes people just suck, yeah, for sure. Especially on the internet. It's like people get really brave behind their keyboard, but yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. It also just comes with the territory. Like if you're gonna put yourself out there on the internet, like you're gonna have to deal with it, you know? It just comes with the territory. But that's where I think you as a creator have to decide, like, okay, then how much am I putting myself out there? You know, how much am I opening myself up to that? You're amazing. They're sad little people. Big up to them. Oh, thank you, Leo. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's fine. And look, I learned. I moved on. Figured out how to change my content and moved on. Moved on. I need to might be one of my biggest illustrations I've done on this antique ledger paper. It's gonna be really delicate. I can already feel how lightweight it is. Section. As a watcher, consumer, commenter, my philosophy is if you can't say something nice, don't say anything. Yeah, totally. Too much work to try and tell the whole world how to be. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I agree. I agree. When I can't remember what lines I've done. It's like, did I transfer that window? I don't know. I don't know. Off on the guts. Went to grab coffee and came back to my computer, battery dying. The cat stole my seat and the sun has come behind the clouds to the point I have to turn my overhead light on. Oh gosh. Oh, coffee sounds good right now, actually. I need to get some coffee. You adapted and now, you know, the people who see the more personal content are the people who care and enjoy being able to see a little part of your world. Yes, heart, exactly. Exactly. It's like I just need to tailor my content for the audience absorbing it, you know? My internet's being stupid, so I may have missed it. What's the red paper you're using? Yeah, Ingrid, no worries. It's transfer paper. Sorol transfer paper. I was looking for the box. I think I already put the box in the drawer and I can't take my hands off this or I'm gonna lose my place. It happens to me all the time. We have 3 cats and they all love my chair. Cats just want to be wherever you are, right? Or like sit on whatever you're working on. They're so funny that way. I guess pugs are like that too. Like if Lurch could, he would probably climb up on this table and plop his big pug butt on here. I'm glad we kept the guts on this. I think it's going to be really cute. As twisted as that sounds. Sorry, chat. I have not forgotten about you. I don't want to lose my place. Hold on. Awesome, thanks. Yeah, no problem. It might be in my Amazon favorites. I think I put it there. I'd love to see a big old pug butt while you make art around him. He would literally just be this whole desk. Like, he's such a big boy. My cats keep their distance mostly, but if I move rooms, they'll follow me shortly thereafter. Oh, that's cute. They're like lurk mode cats. Words I don't think I've ever put together, guts and cute. I know, I realized it as soon as it came out of my mouth. I was like, wow, okay. Yep, this got weird. This got weird. I think we made some pretty good progress on this, though. That's what I mean, like, the stream is going to be such a great way for me to allocate specific time to this project. It's going to, like, force me to stay on it, which I think is good. Because, like, when I do focus on it, I can make good progress. It's just daunting looking at the list of all the cards. My God. I got everything transferred. Let's see. I don't think that's the weirdest thing you've ever said, though. Yeah, probably not. Not with my artwork. Okay, I think my internet's giving out. Thanks so much for this. Great to spend the afternoon with you. Bye, Ingrid. Thanks so much for hanging out. Sorry your internet, like, crapped on you. But thank you for hanging out. Oh, of course, I missed this one little line. Pro tip when transferring. Just tape the top of your drawing down so that you can lift and look at what you've done. I missed a line down here too. To be fair, there's a lot of lines on this house. Cool. Cool. All right. I think actually on that note, I might wrap up stream here, I think. Because I feel like I'm at a good stopping place. Because I'm not sure how I'm going to tackle this quite yet. But at least it's ready, you know? Like I can start to build it. Is the red transfer paper easier to see than the white or black? Well, white you only want to use when you're transferring onto dark surfaces. Like you would not be able to see the white on this. That's really like if you're transferring something to black, it's great. The red I just have a preference for because I like when I go to paint on top of it. Sometimes it's nice because a little bit of the red peeks through, so it's comparable to like when I draw with my red colored pencil or whatever. So that's kind of why I am partial to it. But it also all erases because it's just colored graphite. So either way, it all erases. So this is where I use my sketchbook to like save my little drawings and such. Because like I might do it even just another transfer in this book so that I have something to color test against potentially. We'll see. But hey, we made some good progress. Next we'll be probably building on the background and seeing how this looks against it, and then slowly working on illustrating this, which will be either just straight up inking it, like inking the details that I've already done, or I might do like a gouache wash on it first. I don't know. Or it's all just gonna be based on how nice this paper plays with me. I don't know. Looks so cool on that paper. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Shai. I appreciate it. I love working on vintage paper like this, but it also can sometimes really bite me in the ass. So we'll see. But yeah, that's that. So I will probably just leave this in here, or I'll stick it with the background. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here for now, because again, I'm at a good stopping point. So I think this is a good place to stop. Thank you so much for coming to hang out, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm really enjoying being back on stream. It's been awesome. So thank you so much. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. I will potentially stream tomorrow, same time, or I'll be back on Monday. It just depends. Although now I have something to work on, so maybe I will stream tomorrow in preparation for second shot symptoms next week. I don't know. Yes, Caro, go to bed. Loved watching you today. See you next time. Bye, Nikki. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the inspiration. Of course, of course. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I will, I might stream tomorrow. Just keep an eye on my Instagram. And obviously, if you're following the channel here, you'll get notified when I go live. But, yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you all in the next one.